we have a special guest. So I'm going to let her introduce herself fairly quickly, and we're going to dive in as we always do.
All right. I am Lineesa Ramadan. I am a massage therapist here on Long Island, covering everywhere between Manhattan and Montauk Point. And just by chance, we stumbled across each other right after Comic-Con.
Absolutely. Yeah. Comic-Con was great. You know, yes, 2024 was a great experience this year.
2025 will be better.
It always gets better and better. It never seems to amaze me. The ingenuity of the costumes, what's going on, what's the hottest game or the hottest movie, and seeing people kind of bring that to real life. I always find that to be extremely exciting when I go.
The makeup artistry, I've actually saw a couple personal trainers at the convention too. It's definitely getting big, that community.
It is. You know, it's interesting as the gaming community continues to grow and the nerd community such as me and yourself and the whole anime community that sometimes we don't think about that physical health aspect. You know, sometimes we have such a stigma of what a gamer looks like, how they are. Are they lazy? Are they doing this? Do they just sit at home? And for those who do, you should stop and start to work out because it is long-term health. But
and body. But
yes.
Like, also, it's hard for cosplayers that actually make their body into their costume. That is commendable.
It is, and it doesn't go. I mean, it's one of those things like you see it, but you don't think about it, right? You don't think about the dedication they put into working out, being healthy, and, you know, it's not just, oh, well, they're just into anime or they're just nerds that just play video games. But in order to have those type of physiques, you got to be dedicated. I will say, if anything, gamers and the nerd community are dedicated for sure.
Yeah, if your head's in the right place, you can do anything.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned that you service Long Island for your business. Are you currently on Long Island? Do you live on Long Island or do you live elsewhere?
I live on Long Island, but I kind of feel like I live in my car because I get my work here and there and go. Life traveling therapist is what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So I definitely get to see a lot of places, meet cool people, but I'm in my car more often than not, and when I'm not in my car, I'm in the gym.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not a bad place to be. If you're sitting all day, but when you actually are out, you're working out, I commend you on that one.
Thank you. Gotta multitask somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you know, this is the Fireside Gaming Stories. So, what I want to ask you is if you could tell me a little bit about your journey into the world of gaming, kind of like what was your game or experience that kind of sparked your passion for gaming?
Peer pressure.
Yes, peer pressure. Really, talk about it.
I am one of three. My brother is the ringleader. He's the oldest, and he was always like, I need someone to play games with me. Let's play Tekken. Let's play Gran Turismo. And I was the sacrificial lamb that did it and always lost, but I loved it.
Okay. In the world of Call of Duty, we call that the cannon fodder, where they're just like, all right, look, I'm going to practice on you so I can get better, but by chance, you're going to have some fun, so just deal with it.
Yeah, so I guess, that was me. That's how it started.
Okay.
I think my first game that was like a two-player game was probably Tekken, but first video game ever in life, Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt. I see. A Nintendo classic.
Yes. I still have it. It still
you do?
Works. Yes.
Wow. Listen, guys, I'm telling you, dedication. What'd I say? Dedication. Yeah. I said that from the beginning. So you mentioned you play Tekken. Who's your favorite character in Tekken? Your main and who?
Eddie Gordo.
I see.
I love those kicks.
Yes. He's really hard to defend against, especially if you know how to use him. But if you're a newbie, he's awesome. You hit a couple of buttons. He does some magical hits.
A button masher. He is ideal.
Absolutely. So for all you first-time people who might want to play the game Tekken, that is a good character for the go-to. Now, have you played the new Tekken, the Tekken 8?
Yes, briefly for my birthday. There was a bit of a tournament. Mm-hmm. So before we were going out to this party, there was a Tekken tournament, and in Stony Brook tradition, I was playing the video game and like throwing my elbow at the same time because it was real violence.
I see. I see. She got into it. She's like, "Ah, move, move, move." Yep, yep, yep.
I mean,
Everybody-
yeah, I fight too. So like, it's mine. So,
that real competitive spirit right there. I see. Now I think I'm starting to see Tekken might have led you to be a real fighter. I mean, from day one, she's like, you know what? I can get behind this. What's this like in real life?
it was fun in real life, but also peer pressure.
I see.
Having
I
a
see.
brother, they drag you into everything.
Well, you mentioned that you're a fighter. So, what type of fighting are you into? Like, what do you do?
I love
As far
my
as
Muay Thai for sure. It is.
okay.
It's not my first art, but it's definitely like something that just naturally came into my practice.
He'll tell you.
Started out with Kempo when I was, I think, like 6 or 7 years old, and stuck with it till I got my black belt. And then did the whole college thing. You lose your bit of yourself along the way. And then a friend of mine was like, you know what? Try jujitsu. I think you'd be good at it. And it's kind of wormholed into everything else.
I see. I see. Well,
Yeah.
so far, definitely you can see the progression of when you got brought into gaming by peer pressure,
Yeah.
choosing a fighting game, which is great, and then kind of actually as you've grown up and further on, you've transitioned into the real fighting community, which is great because in the fighting world we call it, well, the video game world is the FGC. Shout out to the fighting game community. You know.